What's going on, everybody? Victor here with a brand new video, and it says dawned on me right now that we've got a huge situation going on in the UFC welterweight division. And that situation I'm talking about is the current champion, Kamaru Usman, who's defended his belt 5 times, may be out for the rest of the year. There's a possibility that he will not fight until 2023, which means that we've got a serious dilemma. We need to keep these fights going in the UFC welterweight division, which happens to be one of the most talented and set divisions in all of mixed martial arts in any promotion around the world. And we need to possibly make a UFC interim title. And if we do make a UFC interim title in the welterweight division, it only makes sense for a couple of fighters to be in this fight. We've got Colby Covington, who's already fought for the title twice and lost twice. There's Jorge Masvidal, who's fought twice, lost twice. There's Khamzat Chimaev, who's one of the hottest rising stars in all the UFC. There's Leon Edwards. There's Gilbert Burns. You've got all these different fighters in the UFC welterweight division, and it only makes sense that two of these individuals in this list that I literally just mentioned right now fight for an interim strap, which means if they win, they're officially the number one contender to fight for the title. Obviously, if there's a fight they want to see in the welterweight division go down, it has to be Khamzat Chimaev versus Leon Edwards. Obviously, that fight was booked multiple times. I believe it was booked 3 times, and it fell through every single time. It couldn't go down because either of an injury or an illness or scheduling conflicts or the pandemic that really screwed things up. But I still believe with all my heart that this fight can really go down. If it does go down, then I believe that the UFC will most likely make it happen in Abu Dhabi. It only makes sense to have these two individuals fight in a neutral setting, and Abu Dhabi would definitely be that place, even though Khamzat probably has a huge following in Abu Dhabi, in the whole entire country of the United Arab Emirates. So if this fight were to go down, who would win? Who would have the upper edge? It would be really hard to even think about it because both these fighters have a lot of skills, and Khamzat Chimaev was how do you say it? He was exposed. Khamzat Chimaev was exposed in his last fight with Gilbert Burns, and Gilbert was able to expose Khamzat to many things. Obviously, if you can be able to pressure Khamzat Chimaev, if you can be able to take him in to those deep rounds, then you can be able to get him tired. Not only tired, but you can be able to land some good shots on him. And if you can be able to if you can land the right shot on him, then you can possibly be able to knock him down. And that's exactly what Gilbert did during the fight. Obviously, things didn't go too well for Gilbert Burns in the beginning of the fight, but as he started to pour on the heat, as he started to pour on the pressure, that Khamzat started to fold a little bit. And Leon Edwards, obviously, the last time he fought was against Nate Diaz, and he ended up folding himself towards the end of the fight. He got rocked against Nate Diaz. He got hit with the Stockton slap, and which was followed up by a beautiful combination, and he almost got finished. But he ended up winning the fight by unanimous decision. But he was also exposed in that fight as well. So both these fighters have a lot to work on when it comes to notes, when it comes to preparation. If these two were at the fight, and I believe that the UFC right now is still working on their next move for the welterweight division if Kamaru Usman is not going to be back by 2022. And it only makes sense that he is going through some injuries because, like I said, he's defended the title 5 times. He's defended it twice against Jorge Masvidal, twice against Colby Covington, and 1 time against his own training partner, Gilbert Burns. So that's 5 title defenses that he's been going through in his whole entire career right now. And 5's a lot. I didn't even realize it was 5 until I had to count them out the other day. So it only makes sense because out of all those fights, he was able to finish 3 of them. He ended up finishing Jorge Masvidal, Gilbert Burns, and Colby Covington. And all those finishes happen to be by TKO. And if there's one thing about Kamaru Usman is that he's a very strong individual. And if there was another individual that he's beat in the past that a lot of people tend to forget about, it's Leon Edwards, which is why the UFC wanted to book Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman too. But like I said, Kamaru is possibly out until next year, which means we need to make an interim title. We need to get the division moving again, and we need to get an official number one contender, which happens to be Leon Edwards right now. But does Leon Edwards really want to sit out for the rest of the year, or does he want to fight for a UFC interim championship? Obviously, with a championship fight comes a lot of attention. It comes with a lot of money. It comes with a lot of notoriety around the world. It comes with a lot more media. You know, there's so many different things that come with a championship fight, and championship fights can be able to help change your life. And if I'm Leon Edwards, he's trying to make history. He wants to be the first Jamaican-born UFC champion in the UFC. If they decide to make this interim title fight, he's got to be in it. Who's the other individual going to be? I have no idea. Like I said, I would like it to be Khamzat Chimaev. I don't know if it's going to be Khamzat Chimaev. They could always put Gilbert Burns back in there. They can always put Colby Covington back in there as well. But Colby Covington's already fought for the title 2 times. So I don't believe the UFC wants to do that. Gilbert Burns has fought for the title once and got knocked out in that second round. So I don't believe the UFC wants to do that either. They want two individuals to be able to go in there and give it their absolute all for 5+ rounds while entertaining the fans at the same time. Now, if you ask me, why Khamzat? You know, Khamzat needs one more fight in the top 5 to be able to fight for a title. And many of you probably believe that that top 5 opponent that Khamzat has to face in order to get that title shot is either Colby Covington or a Bilal Muhammad that just entered the top 5 not too long ago. So, who would best be suited for this? Like I said, it's got to be Khamzat Chimaev versus Leon Edwards. Both these individuals have history. They were supposed to fight each other in the past. And, like I said, this isn't just an organization. This isn't just a sport. It's also a business at the end of the day. And if you want to be able to generate as much revenue as possible, to sell as many seats as possible, then this is the fight to make. Leon Edwards versus Khamzat Chimaev. Make it in a neutral setting. Put it in the Etihad Arena, one of the most beautiful arenas constructed around the whole entire world in Abu Dhabi. You will sell out every single seat possible that venue has to offer. And I guarantee you there's going to be a crowd of people waiting outside of that arena watching the fight on a big screen that's going to be displayed outside of the arena as well. So it's the fight to make. That's the location to make it in. If I'm the UFC, if I'm Dana White, if I'm Sean Shelby McMaynard, if I'm whoever, you know, the top honchos, the head brass of the UFC, that's the fight to make. You gotta do it in Abu Dhabi. And if you do make this fight, I say it should go down in September or October. What do you guys think about this? My proposal for UFC welterweight, for UFC interim welterweight championship of the world, Khamzat Chimaev versus Leon Edwards. What do you guys think? Should they do it? If not, which is the fight to make for this division to keep it moving forward? Because right now this division's on freeze right now. It's on hold. And just one more thing about Colby Covington. He's got some legal issues going on with Jorge Masvidal, so that might freeze him right now if the UFC are even thinking about making him and Khamzat Chimaev for an interim title. So we might not even see Colby Covington for a while, which is why I don't have him in this championship fight that I would like to see. So let me know what you guys think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy for even thinking about this? Just let me know, guys. What fight do you want to see for interim UFC Welterweight Championship of the World? Or do you guys believe that Khamzat Chimaev is going to fight one last time in the year 2022 before everything is said and done? Appreciate it, guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Later.